Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
You can tell it's tough just looking at it.
Yeah, it'd probably mess us up good. So this is it. The Zoogle to end all Zoogles.
Its name would certainly suggest as much.
Let's give those researchers the shock of their lives.
Double demon
Oh, now hit him where it hurts.
Eat this! Double demon
Did you hear it now?
Burn in hell!
This will come in handy.
Double demon
It looks like you got this one covered.
Deny! Now I can let loose.
Radiant Pierce!
Dragon Swarm!
Now I can let loose.
Get on in there with the other.
I'm on. Stop! That freaking does it!
Radiant Pierce!
It's time!
Here's a healing art.
Double demon fang! Dragon Swarm!
Meteor Storm! I'm ready.
Dragon Swarm!
Here goes!
Double demon fang! Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray! Here goes!
Double demon fang!
Banana, let's go! Mega Ray! Outstanding form!
To be let free! Now you see what I can do!
All disasters made one!
Dragon
Time for
Swarm!
the Helix of Purity!
Double demon fang! Dragon Swarm! Double demon fang! Dragon Swarm! Double demon fang!
You may be strong,
But I'll never back down! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing art! Cascade! First aid! In here! Lightning! This will
Double
come
demon
straight.
fang! Dragon Swarm!
Searing flame!
Burn!
Alright, that's pretty good!
Dragon Swarm!
Sleep now! There you go! No limit! This will come straight.
freaking does
Try
it!
harder! Dragon Swarm!
Alright, it's showtime! Searing flame! Reload! Here... The healing art! First aid! Shooting
Dragon
light
Swarm!
fire comes down!
Double demon fang!
I could do without this pain!
In here! Let's get you up, let's
Dragon
Alright! It's showtime!
No!
Raise
Can't
the
end
cascade.
here!
Don't leave me! Magic is there! Hold on to your art! Here I come!
Breath of life!
Mega Ray! Alright!
Got tails of problem. Then let's focus there first.
I'm
Dragon
sorry!
Swarm!
Into the shadows!
Double demon fang!
No further!
Mega Ray! Let them mark the
Dragon
handle.
Swarm!
That'll bring you down!
Double demon fang!
Tempest engulf you!
It's on!
I'll bring you back
Dragon
from
Swarm!
death to this!
Double demon fang! Ignite!
Resuscitation!
Dragon Swarm!
Here's a healing art! Still got some
Double
fire in
Swarm!
me! First aid!
Dragon
Obvious
Swarm!
curse!
Stop!
Annihilation! Let's go!
Dragon Swarm!
Face you!
Annihilation!
Double demon fang! Dragon
A thrilling performance! Can't get out of this!
In here!
Dragon Swarm!
Here's a healing art! More for the
Double demon
side!
fang!
Blind you into dust! Elusive deity!
Lightning orb!
Soaring
Here
Blast!
goes!
Dragon Swarm!
Dance in the wind! Don't mind if I do!
Shattering
Let me help.
pieces! Attack time! Heal!
Rage is cascade!
Dragon Swarm!
Outrun!
Double demon fang!
In here!
Huh? You picked the wrong
This
fight!
will come in handy!
Resonator
Dragon
deity!
Swarm!
Stalagmite!
Double demon fang! Try harder! I have no limits!
Out of ammo! First aid! Thunder I'm ready!
Double demon
Dance in
fang!
the wind!
Can't get out of this!
Air annihilation!
Dragon Swarm!
That'll bring you down! Raging cascade! Mega ray!
The fluidity of your movements is simply incredible.
Is this it?
I couldn't make it in time.
Here, let me help! First aid!
From beyond,
Grab it from the
imbue this
lightning orb.
vanquished soul with love
Raging cascade!
resuscitation!
Sleep now! Here's a healing
Not
art!
done
Get on
yet.
in there with the others! First aid! More with that!
Dragon Swarm!
It's in your hands now.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Ready!
That's no ordinary stray there.
We'd best...
So this is it. The Zoogle to end all Zoogles.
Its name would certainly suggest as much.
Let's give those researchers the shock of their lives.
I can carve hit a word. Hurt smoke. Eat that. I could do without this pain. Here you go. I feel like me again. Burn! Dragon form! Double demon fang!
Here's a healing arc.
First strike!
Here,
In a vine?
That freaking does it. Here's a healing arc. Air thrust. Here, I can help. All day.
Dragon form!
Magic is there.
Double demon fang! Dragon form!
Far enough. I don't feel like my usual self. Are you all right? Let me handle this one. Can't be so sorry to disappoint you.
Imbued its vanquished... From beyond, imbued its vanquished soul with life.
Double demon fang!
From
Dragon
beyond,
form!
imbued its vanquished soul with life.
Dragon form! Not today! Dragon form! Double demon fang!
Here! Allow me to help you.
Into the shadows. Meteor storm.
Dragon form!
Air thrust. Here's a healing arc. There you go. Don't let up.
Dragon form!
Here's a healing arc. I'm ready. Water asteroid. Radiant light. Radiant
performance.
Ready to go. In here. Where are you going?
Take this!
Outstanding form.
Armor won't save you!
Far enough. First Stay in the wind.
Burn in hell! Dragon form!
Mega ray.
Double
Fluidity
demon
of your
fang!
movement is simply incredible.
No! Take them here!
Don't give up. Radiant here.
From beyond,
Here's a
imbue
healing
this
arc.
vanquished soul with
Yay,
life.
in the wind. Air thrust. Here goes.
Being interrupted.
Here. Air thrust. Here's a healing arc.
Brilliant performance.
Radiant ray.
Bathed in blood.
Double demon fang!
Bloody howling!
Heal.
In a vine? That tail's a problem. Then let's focus there first.
Double
It
demon
looks like
fang!
you got this one covered.
Dragon form!
Lightning orb.
It's too much.
Mega ray. Annihilation.
It's in your hands now.
Don't leave me. Ready. No more playing nice. Here I go. I'll break primed and ready.
Hey, Alphen, what do you think of that chick over there?
Doesn't look like she really works out.
I'm not talking about her muscles, you dummy! You finally made it. Hey, Rinwell, tell me about your parents. What were they like?
They were kind. That's the part I like to remember. They could also be strict, though, especially when it came to magic. I never understood why I had to work so hard to learn magic. Why we couldn't just be done with it and live openly like everyone else. Needless to say, that didn't go over well. Of course, if I'd had known that one day I'd be doing this, I would have taken my studies more seriously. What about your parents?
Same deal. Run through the mill. Told constantly that training was the only way to survive in a world like this. It got bad enough that I ended up running away and siding with the Renans of all people. And now, I've got that training to thank for being alive.
I know how that feels.
The first time we met, you risked using your magic to stop me from kicking my dad's ass. You could have done anything else. You could have ignored it. So, why?
Yeah, I guess something about Zephyr reminded me of my own father.
You don't say. So, did your pops and mine look a lot like each other?
Not really. Not at all, in fact. I don't know how to explain it. I just felt a resemblance, I guess.
Wow. Well, I won't pretend I understand, but I'm glad. Your dad must have been a great guy.
He was.
Maybe it's the snow soaking up all the sound, but something about Cyslodia always feels mysterious to me. Solemn, almost.
When it comes to solemnity, I'd say our own Octalina Palace is no slouch.
I won't argue with you there. Still, that azure tint of the shadows on the silvery white snow, it has a certain indescribable quality.
Indeed. It was boorish of me to even suggest such a comparison.
All I know is it's freaking cold. Still, more pleasant now that the locals aren't quite as frosty towards us.
Well, excuse me if I'm too frosty for your warm self.
Oh, come on! You know I didn't mean you. Besides, really, I'm the one who...
How about we stop getting hung up on the past for a change? Take what you've learned and put it to use in the future instead.
An unexamined past can be just as dangerous in its own right.
Better that than obsessing over it like a certain someone I know.
Kisara doesn't mince her words, does she?
I could say the same thing about one or two of the other women around here.
Tell me about it.
I think I'll refrain from commenting on this one.
Hoodle, I've got some dried fish for you. You want some?
Forget that. Doesn't some tasty red meat sound better, boy?
Hey! Stop trying to coax him away with treats! Get your own adorable sidekick if you're so desperate for one.
He appears to enjoy being the center of attention.
Funny how things change. He and Rinwell used to be joined at the hip, or shoulder to talon.
It's not just Hoodle who's become more trusting. Isn't that so, Rinwell?
They do say pets and their owners act alike. I suppose since we've been together, I've done my share of coming out of my own shell too.
Well then, I guess with you and Hoodle, that makes us all one big happy family.
Sometimes when I'm deep in thought, Hoodle will come over and sit next to me. I only wish I could actually pet him. Oh, you will someday. You won't believe how soft he is.
Wish I had that problem. I'm lucky if I can so much as look at old Featherbrain without him trying to claw me to ribbons.
Really? He seems tame enough around everyone else. Maybe it's just Hoodle's way of establishing dominance?
That's dogs, not owls.
What's going on when Hoodle pecks at you?
I don't know. Like when I'm talking to Rinwell, it's like he's trying to muscle me out or something. Unless... Wait. You don't suppose I make him jealous?
Come again?
Ow! Get off of me, you insecure fluffball!
I rather think they make a good comedic pairing.
You just had to make things difficult for us, didn't you?
What are you muttering about? Focus or you'll get hurt.
Don't worry, I'll have this wrapped up in a flash.
Astral energy! Downfall! Here, let me help.
Dragon form!
Raging cascade! Radiant spear!
Dragon form!
Back into the fray! Light astral energy!
Dragon form!
You're attacking from
Double
the
demon fang!
First aid! Photon blast!
Dragon form!
One that'll bring you down! Uplead
Take this!
Another healing arms! First aid!
Can't get out of this!
Thunder field! Searing flame! Reload!
Ignite!
Sparkling
I'm on
radiant
it! Dragon
fire!
form!
Rain down and purify all! Here,
Double demon fang! Dragon form!
I'll smash you!
Ready to go! Radiant flash!
Talon hurricane!
Sleep
Fired
now.
up!
Into the
Dragon
shadow! Get you all tucked away!
Watch this! Demon fang!
Annihilate! One at a time!
Dragon form!
Dance in the
Double
wind!
demon
Do
fang!
it! Astral energy! Full throttle!
What did I tell you? Don't get in our way!
Here, let me help! Lightning
require
orb!
help.
First aid! Raging cascade!
In a bind! Dragon form!
Sealing
Defend!
flame! Reload! I'll be saving Radiant Blood!
Flames?
Watch out! It's changing its attack! Magna Dance in the
Dragon
wind!
form!
I'm on it! Light astral energy! Dance in the wind!
Stay away from my friend!
In
Dragon
here!
form!
Magna Red!
Double demon fang!
I'll bring you back from death to this! Alright!
You may be strong, but I'm never back down!
Let the marksman handle this! In here!
Where are you going?
Lost in pain. Eat
Get
this!
all together!
Eat this! Dragon
Here's
form!
the healing arm!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! I'm gonna need more of that medicine.
Radiant Spear! Here, let me help! First
I
aid!
don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Here's a healing arm!
Armor won't save. Watch this!
Don't mind if I do! First aid!
Take this! No!
Light
Can't
astral
end here!
Don't leave me! Fred! Dance in the wind! In here!
Let you all down.
I'll bring you back in the wind! Air thrust! I'll bring you back from raging cascade! Seal! I'll be saving this one!
I owe you one.
First aid! What would I do without you? Searing flame!
Dragon form!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Dragon form!
Resuscitation! Alright! It's showtime! Here, let me help!
Double demon fang!
First aid!
Dragon off!
Radiant Spear!
Talon
Now or never.
Magna Red! Sleep now!
I'm on it!
No! In the sky is
Can't
one!
end here!
Don't give up! Seal! Who cares? I'll bring you back
Ready to
from
go.
abyss!
Eat this!
Resuscitation!
Not my finest.
I owe you one.
First aid! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Resuscitate!
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I never realized before just how hot this place is. It's like being inside a fire.
You're only just noticing? Ah, yes, forgive me. The whole lack of sensory feedback situation.
That's the one. It's hard to believe I once worked in this soup, let alone helped spearhead a revolution.
And all with the mask concealing your face. It must have been very grimy beneath that.
Back then, we had our plates full enough dealing with constant abuse from our Renan overlords. It never occurred to me the air itself was oppressive in its own way. My head's spinning just with the effort it takes to walk.
I think that's called heat stroke. You might want to take a sip of water.
You mean that water that's been festering under the sun for days? I wouldn't chance it without boiling it first.
Oh, I know! I'll go to the dock and fetch us some clean water.
Water alone won't suffice. He'll need to ensure his sodium levels are replenished as well.
In that case, let's see if we can rustle up some rock salt. Alphen, you go cool off in the shade for a while. Xion, stay and keep an eye on him.
And then there were two.
Bit of an overreaction, but it's still kind of them.
Maybe it's not the time, but this place brings back memories.
I know what you mean. We're back where it all started.
You don't ever regret meeting me sometimes, do you?
Are you kidding? You started all of this. Bringing down the wall, retrieving my sense of self. I have no regrets.
Welcome back, Law.
Hey.
Yes.
Just great.
How's this?
Got it.
Hey!
All right.
Hey, Alphen, what do you think of that chick over there?
Doesn't look like she really works out.
I'm not talking about her muscles, you dummy!
Nice. Ah!
But this...
Wow. Yes.
Oh!
Amazing. Nice work. Very nice. Thanks. Yes.
finally made it.
Hey.
Yeah.
What? Yeah!
We avoided getting roasted in that ring. But what we could really use is something to cap this off.
Sure. Got any ideas on what would be good?
Mabo curry. Fried bread stuffed with curry.
You'd probably buy out the whole stock.
We've reached our destination.
Hey, she's pretty cute.
Who are you looking at? Quit gawking and let's go.
Ow!
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Just...
I guess... Thanks.
Huh?
Well... All right. Got it.
You finally made it.
Woo! I think Hoodle senses something. Is this the barrier that's keeping the Zoogle that Nath mentioned?
Looks like it. Our Zoogle pal should be on the other side.
This barrier is weird. It looks old and half-finished. Plus, he said it was okay to break.
I mean, we won't need it anymore once the Zoogle's gone, right? So what does it matter? Did they really think that barrier was enough for a Zoogle like that?
It was. That thing was sturdier than you give it credit for.
Really? So that's the Zoogle, huh? This should be a piece of cake.
Don't get careless, Law.
I've got a bad feeling about this one.
Me too. Better keep our distance.
We'll kick your ass later, buddy!
Out of our way!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Carve through armor! Double demon fang!
Amazing.
Solid storm! Far enough! Dragon swarm! Ignite! Dragon swarm! Double demon fang! Dragon swarm!
In a bind?
Here I go. Get on in there with the others.
Double demon fang!
Freaking does it!
Dragon swarm!
Rain down and purify.
Double demon fang! Dragon swarm!
Armor won't save you!
Here goes. That'll bring you down. Here, let me here, storm. Too much to handle. More with that.
I feel like me again.
Air thrust! Here I go! Radiant, here!
I'm on a roll,
Here's
man.
the healing art! In the wind! First
Dragon
aid!
Form!
Away!
Take this! All good things.
Mega Ray!
Picked on!
Back into the
Double
field!
Demon Fang! You picked the wrong
Mega
fight!
Ray! I'll be
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning!
Double
Air
Demon
thrust!
Fang!
I will
Dragon
use the
Swarm!
healing art! There you go! Don't let up! Feel! Ready to go! This'll come in handy!
Dragon Swarm!
Far beyond the reach of
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
Debut performance.
First aid!
Okay,
Take this!
Dragon Swarm!
Armor won't save you!
Double Demon Fang!
Can you take it?
The fluidity of your movement is simple.
Lightning first aid!
Dragon Swarm!
One at a time!
Negative
Get
gauge
out of
waiting
my
inside me! Yours to be let free! Not today!
Beige blood.
Dragon Swarm!
It looks like you got this one covered!
Dragon Swarm!
Negative
Double
gauge.
Demon Fang! Thanks!
Feel!
On you, now or never.
I'll be saving this one!
Dragon Swarm!
Sighting! One at a time!
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
In a bind. Shattering the pieces.
Here, let me help! First aid!
Demon Fang!
Everlasting
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning!
Negative
Double
gauge.
Demon Fang!
On
Please
your
now, here I go! Help!
Dragon Swarm!
Thrilling performance.
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Twist off! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'm gonna need more than that.
Oh, magic is out!
Try harder!
I'm all stuffed up!
Dragon
Leave the
Swarm!
charge right with the stuff.
Double Demon Fang!
Dance on the wind.
Eat this!
Take that!
Double Demon
I'll face
Fang!
you. Can't get out of this.
I
can carve through armor.
Here's a healing
Resonate with the earth.
First in here! Get on in there with the others!
Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang!
Dance in the wind!
Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray! More from
Double
the
Demon
side!
Fang!
Confiscated!
Dragon
Here's a healing
Swarm!
art! First aid!
This one's
Resonate
all
with the
mine!
Darkest sky!
Dragon Swarm!
On your radiant blood! Here!
Try harder!
Here, let me help!
Dragon Swarm!
First aid!
Double Demon Fang! Burn!
Dance in the wind! Leave the enemy's arts to me!
Demon Fang!
You can place here.
Ready and rare!
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm!
Take this.
You may be
let me
strong,
help.
but I'll never back down!
I can carve through armor. Resonate with the earth.
Here goes! I'm out of it! Alright!
Rending you bloody. Nothing gets by me.
Annihilation! Mega Ray! There with the others!
Heal my weary companion.
Mega Ray!
Thanks!
Annihilation! Mega Ray! In here! Let's get you all tucked away!
Tempest.
Searing
Elusive
flame!
being.
I can do this all
Here I
day.
go. Soaring
The
blood.
flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Shattering of the pieces.
Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
Ready!
Elusive being.
Is it in the
Double
sky?
Demon
No
Fang!
further.
In here!
Dragon Swarm!
That'll bring you down!
Double Demon
Not on
Fang!
my watch!
Begin.
Dragon Swarm!
Take this.
That move!
Such unadulterated fury.
Here comes a big one!
Alright! It's showtime! Mega Ray! Annihilation!
Heal my
Mega
weary
Ray!
companion.
Benediction light.
Radiant!
Leave the chargers to me.
Meteor storm! Dance in the wind! Please now, let me help! First aid! Photon flash! Alright! It's here time! Here's a healing art! Please now, first aid! Get on in there with the others!
Resonate with the earth.
Steering flame! Reload!
On your
Here's a healing art! First aid!
Take this. I can carve through armor.
Sleep now! Recover! I'll be taking this one!
Dragon Swarm!
Soaring blood.
And again!
Double Demon Fang!
Chinese supernova!
Dragon Swarm!
Let me help! More where that came from!
Okay, here I go!
Can you take it?
Dragon Swarm!
I'll be saving this one!
Ready
Here's a
up,
healing
ready.
art! That'll bring you down.
It's time! Dragon form!
Here, let me help.
Burn! Seismic Luster! Double Demon Fang! No further!
Not in your dreams.
Dragon form!
Now you see what I can do!
Double Demon Fang!
Force of regeneration!
Dragon form!
Regenerate!
Thanks!
What in the world? I'm all right. I'm still standing.
Dragon form!
Breath of life!
Double
Heal my
Demon
weary
Fang!
companion!
Dragon form! Cure! Double Demon Fang! Dragon form! The
No
flame inside
further.
me! Yours!
Such unadulterated fury.
Burn! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing arc. First aid.
Dragon form!
Rain down and
Regenerate!
Allow me to help you.
Here's a healing
Now
arc.
you see what I can do!
Meteor. First aid. Hands in the wind. Sleep on your let the marksman handle this. Come forth, the security.
It's wide open!
It won't escape me!
Double Demon Fang! Now I can let loose! Dragon form!
I'll face you!
Dragon form!
Let me help.
Double Demon Fang!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Dragon form!
Begin! Tempest!
Dragon form!
Here's a healing arc. I can't hold on much longer.
Yours to be let free! Bathed in blood! Rending you apart!
Dragon form!
Resonate with the earth! Bloody howling!
Dragon form!
Not on my watch.
I can carve through armor!
Lightning orb. Radiant pierce.
Dragon form!
Take this!
Here
Double
goes.
Demon Fang!
One more. Blah blah blah.
Dragon form!
Here's a healing arc.
Can't get out of this!
First aid. Radiant light. Amazing. Not long to go now.
We couldn't have done it without you.
Thanks. Come on. Let's see when you get in there and finish this fight.
Another incandescent further.
You'll pay for that! Dragon form!
This one's mine.
Double Demon Fang!
Shiny
Now you see what I can do!
I'll bring you back
Dragon
from death
form!
in the wind.
Denied!
Double
Seal.
Demon Fang!
It's about to strike. I'm all stuffed up.
Look sharp, everyone!
Arts require complete focus. Thanks so much. Raging cascade. Take
Time!
one
Allow
more.
me to help you.
Here, let me help.
Try harder! Dragon form!
I'll grind you into
Double
dust!
Demon Fang!
Dance on the wind!
Dragon form!
Mega ray.
Shine! Radiant light! Radiant regeneration!
Thanks! Stay away from my friend! Dragon form!
Let us take to the
Double
fray!
Demon Fang!
Elusive deity!
Ignite!
I still got some fire in me.
I'm ready!
Dragon
Mega
form!
ray.
No further!
Double Demon Fang!
Here, let me
Lightning
now
orb.
see what I can do!
Dragon form!
One at a time.
Double Demon Fang! Dragon form!
Denied!
This will come in handy.
July!
Here, let me help. This one's mine. Whoa, hey, one at a time. Ow.
Bloody howling!
Here's a healing arc.
Double down!
First aid. Oh, sparkling
Dragon
light.
form.
Rain down and
Radiant
power.
rail.
Oh.
Seismic rupture!
Here's a healing arc.
This engulfs you!
First aid.
Scream,
This
babe.
one's
In
all
a vine!
One dash in the wind. Air thrust.
Shine! Radiant light!
I couldn't make it in time.
Regenerate!
Dragon
Bring you
form!
back from death to death.
Imbue this
Demon
vanquished
Fang.
soul with light! Save you!
Thank you for the healing,
Dragon
Dohalim.
form!
Our comrades need our abilities to survive.
Right. No one is dying on our
Watch
watch.
yourself!
Now I can let
Sense
loose!
incredible power.
Annihilation. Air thrust. Here, let me help. First aid.
Try harder! My turn!
Ready to go!
Water
now! I'm not done!
In here! That'll bring you down!
Dragon Swarm!
Can't get out of this!
Double Demon!
Ready and ready!
Double Demon Fang! Not today! Dragon Swarm!
Now you see what I can do!
I owe you one. Double Demon! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang!
On your knees!
Don't mind if I do! Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Huh? What's a letter doing in a place like this?
Hell if I know. I highly doubt that Zoogle was trying to guard it. Still, somebody must have left it for some... Law.
Huh? What's up?
Something up?
It's from my old man. My dear son, I wonder how things will be between us by the time you read this.
In any case, I first want to congratulate you on all that you've accomplished. Making it this far requires a strong body, fine technique, an unwavering spirit, and most of all, friends that you can count on. If you have all of that, then I, as your father, have nothing to worry about. Those things together will always keep you on the right path. That brings me to what I really wish to discuss with you. As with all of us, there will someday come a time when you'll be a grown man who can and must think and act for himself. Whether you'll live in a world where blood will no longer be spilled between Danins and Renins, or when that day arrives, nobody can say. But even if peace still eludes us then, you'll have to decide how to live in this world. Listen to others with an open heart, but don't be swept away by their words. Always live on your terms. One more thing. If I ever see you again, I hope to say this to you in person, but neither of us knows what tomorrow may bring. Know this. Whatever you think of me and what I've done, your mother and I love you very, very much.
And there's nothing in this whole world that will ever change that. Your father, Zephyr.
Zephyr.
I can't believe he's only telling me all this after he's gone. What am I supposed to do with this?
Zephyr once told me that living freely meant being your own master. I think he wanted to make sure you know how he felt one way or another. What you do with that knowledge is up to you.
But that still doesn't explain why his father left that letter for him here, of all places.
Don't forget, we were led to this place. We may well get some answers if we go back to the source of all this.
Hey.
Hey. I guess... No way. Damn.
All right.
Thanks.
You okay, Law? You seem kind of quiet.
I'm fine. Just feels a little weird returning home now that my dad's not here, I guess. Oh man, sorry. I didn't mean to bum you out too.
So I guess that means you'll be visiting your dad's grave while you're here. Right, Law?
His grave? What are you, nuts? There is no grave. The Rena would only destroy it the moment they found it.
Back before Calaglia was liberated, dead slaves would be dumped in mass burial sites. Either that or thrown on top of a bonfire. We got used to cremating our own to deny them the pleasure. Then we'd sprinkle the ashes from high up as a way of returning them to the motherland.
It's all we could do. That's the ceremony we had when my mom died, too.
But that was back then, right? Calaglia is liberated now. There's nothing to stop you from raising a true grave anymore.
I suppose you've got a point. Once you've been doing something for generations, though, it sort of begins to take root. It's a tradition of its own now.
My dad wouldn't want that anyway. Cheap and simple, he'd say. Besides, I can't treat him differently than my mom. They might not end up meeting on the other side.
I hadn't thought of it like that. Wow, imagine. The two of them reunited, back home where they belong. They're probably watching over us right now, at one with Great Dana. There's something almost poetic about it.
That's why I can't afford to screw up. If I know my pops, something as paltry as death won't stop him from coming to box my ears. Still, better than being left alone, I guess. Better than never knowing. You hear that, Dad? I'll make you proud. You'll see.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.